Welcome to the session on how to pass ACCA SBL exam. My name is Iryna McDonald, and I'm a lecturer at Kaplan with over 20 years of experience, and I specialize in management and strategy papers. I very much hope that this session will help you to overcome any hurdles you might have had with SBL. Students often approach me and say that they might have struggled in SBL exam. And when I ask them about the reasons for the difficulties, the common issues that arise is that they misunderstood the question requirements, because sometimes when you read the question requirements, you're hoping it will ask for things that you would like to see, as opposed to what it actually is saying. So it might be worthwhile in the exam to pause, read the requirement line again to make sure you have captured all of the key vocabulary, and therefore you produce the answer that focuses specifically on what examiner has asked you to do. Also, do pay attention to the information in the exhibits. If you've read a big paragraph where you haven't underlined anything or you haven't used anything as part of your plan, you probably have overlooked something. Examiner is unlikely to give you a lot of information that is of no relevance to the task that you need to focus on. Also, copying and pasting information either from pre-seen or the exhibits directly into your answer is not likely to score marks. Examiner is well aware of the information you have been provided with, and there is an expectation that you will use this information to develop the ideas in your answer as opposed to just repeat it. Similar issue applies to the figures. If you are given profit margins, just saying that profit margin this year is higher than last year is not enough. What examiner is likely to be looking for is the reason why there is a difference in the figures and the implications of the change for the future performance of your organization. So what should we do as a result to achieve success? I know when you walk out of this exam, you sometimes feel uncertain about your performance, and it is very disappointing to see that you were only lacking a few marks to get over that 50%. But on reflection, we probably realize that certain changes need to be made to our approach to score highly next time. A simple first step would be to look at the past exam papers using CBE platform, so you're aware of functionality and therefore know where the exhibits will be found and how to progress between different tasks. When the briefing comes out, do read through to make sure you understand the business model, what organization is offering. You might even create a little SWOT for yourself to make it easier for you to retain the key facts. Within the exam, do read through the tasks and understand the question requirements. You could target your answer appropriately, and do plan your answer before writing it out, because it ensures that you have good structure, that your points flow logically, and you focus on the most important points. Remember about professional marks, such as report format. If you're asked for slides and notes, use appropriate functionality, keep the slides concise, and explain ideas fully in your notes. If you're given skepticism skills marks, avoid posing questions saying, "Oh, I'm not sure what the source of this information might be," and instead provide evidence as to why the information may not be reliable. Finally, aim to develop your arguments fully to score higher marks. Let's consider, what does it take to gain more marks? Students are often well aware that up to 2 marks are available for well-developed point, and to achieve this, you need to evaluate the significance of the point, as in how disruptive a risk event might be for the organization. You need to make sure that you relay the information to the organization, to the industry context and its specific circumstances. Think about the consequences of a specific move for the organization, such as will stakeholders support that strategy? and support the point with relevant examples from case material. So use information in the exhibit as part of your argument to develop that point. Let's now have a look at a practical example. If we consider paper level and task 1A, you've been asked in this task to prepare a report for the CEO to assess the attractiveness of Dulit as a potential acquisition target for level, taking into account both financial and non-financial factors. In your answer, most students will cite the point that acquiring Dulit will help to increase market share and enable Level to benefit from greater economies of scale. But to gain the second mark, you need to think about further consequences. And you could say that this move aligns with the hotel industry trend of consolidation, where increased company size helps to reduce competitive pressure while offering guests more options. So this ensures that you have understood the circumstances of the industry as the whole. You have utilized more information from the pre-scene as well as unseen, and you've understood the significance of this acquisition for the future of the whole business. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. I wish you lots of luck in your SBL exam.